Egg Monsters from Mars. This one definitely has probably one of the grossest Goosebumps covers ever. So what's the plot? So basically you have this boy named Dana Johnson and his bratty sister Brandy wants to have an egg hunt for her birthday, since her birthday is close to Easter. So while Dana is egg hunting, he finds an egg, but there's something odd about it. One, it's green, and two, it's the size of a softball. So he takes it into his room, Dana, and then the next day, the egg hatches. And it's like a creature of some kind. So he takes over to his friend's house first, but she wants something to do with it. So he goes to a scientist named Dr. Gray, Dana. And Dr. Gray kind of like shrugs him off at first until Dana shows him the creature, which intrigues Dr. Gray. And so Dr. Gray decides to take Dana into a freezer full of the egg monsters. Well, it turns out they're from Mars, the egg monsters. And then Dr. Gray locks Dana in the freezer with the egg monsters. Then Dana's dad shows up, worried about him, and Dr. Gray lies that Dana's not there, so he leaves. Yep, and pretty much most of the book, Dana is locked in with the egg monsters. Yep, in the freezer. And it turns out the egg monsters are harmless. That's the thing about the egg monsters. They're basically a MacGuffin, if anything. Like, they don't really do much. Like, we don't know why they're here, what their plans are. Yeah. Outside of just being gross. Then the egg monsters like wrap Dana up like in a makeshift blanket of some kind, let's just say. And Dr. Gray was like, "How dare you touch the egg monsters? Like, what did you expect? You locked him in the same room with him. What would he do with them?" Then the egg monsters like form like a big sheet and they like encase Dr. Gray in it. And Dana runs out and gets the police there. That only to find Dr. Gray and the egg monsters gone, like vanish into thin air. So Dana seems to be like back to normal, and then one day when he's going over to his friend's house, he like, let's just say he does something very stupid happens at the twist ending, and that's essentially egg monsters from Mars. So the positives. Well, as I said, the cover is really disgusting. I mean, with the egg monster like oozing in the carton of eggs. Yep. Yep. In the kitchen. Yep. Tim Jacobus really did some good work on the cover. And another positive, well, I kind of like Dana as a character. I mean, he's kind of I mean, even though he's a science geek, he does some good things. And basically, and on the negatives, as I said, we don't know much about the egg monsters. Like, we don't know what their goals are, why they're on Earth. Well, Dr. Gray explains that they came to Earth, like, in a meteor shower, like from a storm on Mars or something like that. Kinda. Yeah, but they don't really do much. And Dr. Gray even says they're harmless, the egg monsters. Yeah, it's just and as I said, the book kind of halts once Dana's in the freezer. Yeah, Dr. Gray is a generic evil scientist at best. I guess the main thing to be afraid of is like Dana literally gets kidnapped in this book. Because I said Dr. Gray locks him up in the freezer with the egg monsters. Yep. He's pretty much left there to freeze to death, Dana, until the egg monsters encase him in a makeshift blanket, as I said. Yep. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I mean, that's kind of all I really have to say about Egg Monsters from Mars. I mean, it's not a great book, nor is it a bad book. It's just a middle of the road book, let's just say. Mediocre at best. Yeah. I mean, I do know it has its fans, this book, but I wouldn't say I'm one of them. Uh, uh, it's really all I have to say about Egg Monsters from Mars. That's kind of it, to be honest. So, anyways, thanks for watching and subscribe.